Now, this is a rather interesting article, isn't it? And, amusingly enough, not for the usual reasons. In fact, for quite the opposite of the usual reasons. Now, upon seeing this article, I had an immediate knee-jerk reaction to the fact that it was published on Vice, of all places. Vice talking about Warhammer 40k. This could not possibly be good, I thought to myself, and the opening paragraph certainly didn't help that expectation either. I'm quoting here from the author of the piece. Whether you were a nerdy collector, a friend dared you, or it was an honest mistake while you were looking for a copy of Call of Duty, you have been into a Games Workshop store at least once in your life. Okay. Interesting tact, starting the article by just being like, oh, you've been into a Games Workshop store? I see, that must have been a mistake, right? Good start, good start. But of course, it doesn't end quite there. Chances are, once inside the high street home of Warhammer, you noticed it was populated exclusively by men. Men who looked remarkably similar to the dwarves they were painting. Yep, this definitely is a Vice article, alright. And our author has decided to speak to some women about how they feel about the gender split in the world of Warhammer. And this is where things get rather interesting, because all of a sudden, the author's narrative comes to a screeching halt. As most of the women interviewed, quite to the surprise of the Vice author, no doubt, actually just tell them, no, there really is no problem in 40k. We feel quite welcome here, thank you very much, and we're enjoying our time with the hobby. Can you imagine the look on the poor bastard's face? And despite his apparently best effort to try and twist and paint this in a different way, the article actually ends up painting a pretty damn positive picture of how it's like to be a female in the 40k fandom. For example, look at this one. I've always loved the fantasy genre of fiction, as well as board gaming. I started Warhammer around 6 months ago, and everyone has been nothing but welcoming. Whether in the physical Games Workshop store or through my Instagram account, I've been supported and given great advice from both males and females alike. It can be difficult being a female in any male-dominated hobby, but this isn't something I've personally experienced. There are lots of females getting into the hobby too, which is awesome, and there is an incredibly supportive female network. Everyone in the community has made me feel accepted, and I haven't felt uncomfortable being a female hobbyist. That is just a glowing review of the 40k community, and just reading it, I would love to see the original question, because judging by the response, I imagine it was leading as all hell. I imagine something along the lines of, hi there, have you ever been abused by a male member of the community? Are they overbearing? Did they make you feel uncomfortable? Are they sweaty manlets? I would really dearly love to see the original question. Another great example of what I suspect was a somewhat leading inquiry is this response, quoting, I'm not treated differently from men. We're all playing the same game and all have the same chance and potential to win. And on and off the table I am treated fairly and have no problems. That said, it would be really nice to have more girls playing. I would give pretty damn good odds that the original question to that was, how are you treated differently from men? How are they using their male privilege against you? And even when the author does get a hint of what he's looking for, he immediately just gets shut down once again. In this quote, I love the competitive side of things. I had a very competitive Blood Angels list. I took the tournaments in the 5th edition around 2008. Ah yes, when Blood Angels were actually competitive. Sad Blood Angel noises. Anyways, I went a total of 63 wins, 6 losses with that, but still there are sometimes assumptions that I don't know as much about the hobby, or that I am not as competitive. That usually ends with people's shocked faces when I table them on turn 3. End quote. And there you go. I mean, all I can really say to that is, you go, girl. She didn't get upset about it, she didn't get outraged about the gender stereotypes. She simply just played the game.